Assalamu alaikum students. So we have completed our first chapter. So now we will start our second chapter. The chapter number 2 is parallel line. So before starting with the actual chapter, that is the practice set, we will see some of the things or the terms which will help us to solve the sums of the practice set. So first of all, we will see here the types of angles. So I have taken here two parallel line, that is line L and line M, and one of a transversal, that is line N. Transversal means a line which intersects the line. Okay, so transversal intersecting the line L as well as line M. So it is called transversal, and we have taken two parallel line, that is line L and line M. Now we are going to see the types of angles. So here the number one I am taking linear pair. Already I have explained you about linear pair in first chapter also. Now linear pair means the angle which are making the straight line. The angle, the combination of the angle which are making the straight line is called linear pair. So here I have given the alphabets for the angle. As the transversal N and L is intersecting here, so at the point of intersection it is making four angle, that is angle A, B, C and D. Similarly, in this point of intersection again it is making four angle, that is angle E, F, G and H. So total, whenever the two parallel lines are intersected by a transversal, it will make total 8 angles. So you have to remember this, that whenever a transversal intersecting two parallel lines, total 8 angles can be formed. Okay. Now with the help of these 8 angles, we are going to see the types of angle. So linear pair. So now I will start from A. So if you will see angle A and angle B, so if we will combine these two angles, so they will make a straight line. See here, angle A and angle B, these two angles are making straight line, that is line L. Therefore we can say our first pair for linear angle is angle A, angle B. Now we have completed, or we have end here till angle B. So second pair will start from angle B only. See here, I am taking this scale in this way. So here angle B and angle C, if we will combine these two angles, they are making again straight line, that is line N, a transversal. So these two angle B and C are also making linear pair. So here the second pair is angle B and angle C. Now we will see, we'll start from angle C. So here see, if I will start from angle C, so this angle C and the adjacent angle D, both are making straight line, that is line L. See, the combination of two angles are making a straight line L. Therefore we can say the next pair for linear angle or the linear pair will be angle C, angle D. Again we will start from angle D. So see here, if I will take this angle D and angle A, again they are making a straight line, that is line N, transversal. So in this way we can write the fourth pair will be angle D and angle A. So I hope all of you have understood the linear pair. So I have taken all the linear pair at line L, that means at this point of intersection. Similarly we will do here also. So we will start from E. So angle E and angle F, then angle F and angle G, then angle G and angle H, then angle H and angle E. So in this way we can write the linear pair in this point of intersection. So I will write all the pair. So we will start from E and then F. Then we will take angle F. See here, angle F, angle G. So we have to go in circular way only, angle F, angle G. Then the next will be angle G, angle H. And the last, that is the 8th one, is angle H and angle E. So we have got 8 pairs of angle, that is linear pair. 8 pairs we have got. Similarly, we will see the next pair of angle, that is vertically opposite angle. The word itself define it, that vertically opposite. The word opposite is nothing but the opposite of each other. So we have to take the angle which is exactly opposite of each other. So we will see vertically opposite angle in figure. So now I will start from A. So A and C both are opposite to each other. Therefore we can say that they are vertically opposite angle. Similarly B and D are opposite. Here E and G. Here F and H. So these are the vertically opposite angle. So the first pair is angle A, angle C. Then second pair is angle B, angle D. Then third pair is angle E, angle G. Then fourth pair is angle F, angle H. So like that total 4 pairs are there for vertically opposite angle. Now we will see the third one is corresponding angle. Corresponding angles. See, so corresponding means the angles at the same position. So I will show you. So see here, if I will take here angle A, so it is in the right side of above the line L. Similarly, here angle E at the right side of above the line M. So it is at the same position. So the angle which are at the same position of both the line is called the corresponding angle. So in this way angle A is correspond to angle E. Then angle B is correspond to angle F. Then angle C is correspond to angle G. And angle D is correspond to angle H. So like that we have got the pairs for corresponding angle. So we will write angle A, angle E. Then second pair we can write angle B, angle F. Then we can write the third pair, that is angle C, angle G. Then we can write the fourth pair, that is angle D and angle H. So in this way we have got 4 pairs for corresponding angle. Now we'll see fourth one, that is alternate angle. So here we will see alternate angle, and the fifth one interior angle. So alternate angle and interior angle, both the types I will explain you simultaneously. See here, for this alternate angle and interior angle, we will take only these 4 angles. We have to concentrate on this 4 angle, that is angle C, D, E and F. For alternate angle, we have to take the cross line. That means C will compare to E and D will combine with F. Okay. Now see, if I will take angle C, so angle C will be in this way. This is angle C. Now with this angle C, if I will take angle E, so this is angle E. So C and E, both the angles are making Z-type figure. So whenever the angles are making Z-type figure, it is called alternate angles. I'll show you the next pair also. This is angle D. So if I will take here angle D, so angle D is this way. And with that D, I will take angle F. So F is in this way, in this figure. So again they are making Z-type figure. So whenever the angles are making Z-type figure, it is called alternate angle. Therefore, angle C and E are alternate and D and F are alternate. So the first pair for alternate angle is angle C, angle E. And second pair is angle D and angle F. And you have to remember that they are making Z-type figure, either in this way or this way. So whenever the angles are making Z-type figure, it is called alternate angles. Now we'll see the interior angle. So here for interior angle, we have to take this straight line. That means in this way. That means we have to take D and E. See, I will show you. if I will take angle D, so this is angle D, and with this angle D, if I will take angle E, so this is angle E. So they are making bracket type figure. So whenever the angles are making bracket type figure, it is called interior angle. Same way I'll show here also. If I will take here angle C, so this is our angle C, and with this angle C, if I will take here angle F, see C and F. So again it is making bracket type figure. So whenever we are taking the bracket type figure, this is called interior angle. So now we will write the pair for the interior angle. So the first pair will be C and F. Second is D and E. So first is C and angle F, and the second pair is angle D and angle E. So in this way we have completed all our types of angle.